We're rolling.
Alright, my name is Jennae and Ramey. It's only my third day out here. Welcome to the Sandmo Show.
Awesome. What's up, Sand Martians? Welcome back to another installment, another episode of the Sandmo Show. Joining me today is my dear friend Jennae and Ramey. She just transferred here to Texas State this semester. Jennae, welcome to the show. And how's your day going?
It's going pretty good. How are you?
Doing all right. I got absolutely blindsided by a pop quiz today in my persuasion class, and honestly, I really don't have anybody to blame but myself for that, because
was it in the syllabus?
No, because they're like, it's a pop quiz. Mm-hmm. But he, the professor always said, attendance isn't mandatory, mm-hmm. but I also reserve the right to have a pop quiz whenever I want. Mm-hmm. So if you miss it, you miss it. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, okay, that's fair. And so it's a Tuesday and Thursday class. So on Tuesday, I didn't do the reading for it, mm-hmm. for the chapters we were going over, and I was like, shit, because I was thinking we are way overdue for a pop quiz, mm-hmm. and I was like, shit, because it comes down to
it was coming.
It was coming.
You felt it.
But I was like, so the thing is, I also have Spanish that day, and we had a lot of Spanish homework this week because of just we have a test this next week, mm-hmm. and so we've had a lot of homework, and so I'm like, well, this homework is due at midnight, mm-hmm. and there might be a pop quiz tomorrow, so I need to take care of this first.
Yeah, priorities.
Yeah, and then I can worry about it. And usually by the time I'm done with my Spanish homework, it's like 2 a.m. Mm-hmm. and then I'm like, I need to get sleep. And so Tuesday, I dodged the bullet. There was no pop quiz. But I was like, man, I got lucky. I better not do that again. And then I came home Wednesday night and did the exact same thing.
You did the same thing.
And it bit me in the ass. So I really don't have anybody to blame but myself. I probably got like half the questions right. Thankfully, the quizzes aren't that big of a grade point thing, but still kind of.
You're lucky on that part.
Yeah, but the entire class, I don't think read the thing either, because the entire class like immediately groaned like, oh no. Yeah, so that was rough, but I mean, I don't know, kind of a rough week. But as you can see, we're in my apartment for this episode. As you see over there, the countdown till it's Fireball Friday sign is up. I
don't got my glasses. Give me a second. Okay, I see it.
As you can see, there's a countdown timer to Fireball Friday.
It looks broken.
It's a big red neon sign, and I installed it with power tools. I use a drill.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah,
you showed me,
and like spacers and stuff, and wow. I felt like a real man.
Did you use actual? What is that thing called? It's yellow. It's yellow, and it lets you know where you can put in the nails.
Oh, the stud finder?
Yes.
No.
Oh, you almost had it. But it looks, it's not crooked.
Yeah, no, I kind of, we didn't have a ruler I could find, so I used the TV remote to like get straightened up. I was like, that works. It's good enough. I mean, it worked. But so like, I had a little testosterone overload earlier because I was like, man, shit, power tools. So yeah. So I felt pretty good about that. That kind of turned around my whole week, just being able to like competently put that up, because I tried it twice beforehand by just using command strips alone.
Does it count down to Friday?
Yeah. So at midnight it'll turn over.
Okay.
It'll say Fireball Friday.
I feel a little stupid, but it's all right. I understand now.
Yeah. So that kind of turned around my week, but that's probably the highlight of my day for the most part.
That's good. I stayed up till 5 a.m. yesterday doing homework.
For what classes?
Everything.
Like what classes did you have today at least?
Today I had a pop quiz as well. And my biology lab, and they're like, oh, what's a phenotype? I was like, oh, I know this. And then they were like, what's an allele? Whatever
allele?
It is. Yes, that thingy.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, my answer is kind of the same for both. I was like, well, I'm going to just write down the same answer twice because they're very similar. Mm-hmm. But we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
But
so now you transferred here from community college, right?
Yes.
From Alvin?
No,
not
Pasadena.
Alvin? Pasadena. Okay.
And this is my third college.
This is third college. Okay, yes. So compared to the community colleges, how does Texas State compare in terms of like academic difficulty, we'll say?
I'm paying for classes that I'm teaching myself in.
Yeah.
And community college, it was a smaller classroom. They were able to answer more questions, and they work more with you. And then you come here, big old, I have a class that has like 200 kids in it.
Yeah.
And that's philosophy. Like
your philosophy class is 200?
My philosophy, like you know the lecture hall in LBJ?
Yeah.
Completely full.
And that's where
and there's kids that sit on the floor.
On the floor?
On the floor.
That's bad planning.
I just don't think they want to sit by anybody. But they do sit out on the floor.
Yeah, I don't know. That whole, like, anxiety about sitting next to a stranger thing, I kind of got over it pretty quickly because, like, it was either that or sit on the floor, and I was like, fuck it. Cause...
I mean, I'm okay with both.
Yeah, I mean...
Like, what if, like, you need, the space, and you're like, maybe you're not having a good day, but you still need to go to class, and you're like, fuck it, I'm going to sit on the floor.
Some of those little, like, little desk you pull out of the seat.
Oh, I hate those.
Those things are too damn small to do anything on.
I always have to sit next to a kid, and, like, I try to get my desk out, and, like, they're always down. I was like, excuse me. And they don't listen. I was like, excuse me.
They don't listen?
Excuse me. And they're like, oh, my bad. I was like, thanks. I just needed my desk.
You know what I don't get is those kids who show up to, like, lecture and stuff, and they have their headphones on or, like, earbuds in. I'm like, they just don't fucking come. Like, I mean, I guess, like, if they have a PowerPoint, but, like, even then... You might as well just, especially if they post it online.
What I really don't like is when people start packing up their bag, like right when the end of the lecture is, and like I feel like that's so disrespectful to the professor. Because like he's probably like trying to get us out as soon as he can, and then he's probably gonna him or she are probably.
Yeah, did you just assume the gender?
Well, I'm thinking about the class. I'm thinking of the class I'm in, but then I realized I have female professors too. Yeah. So when they are finishing up their lecture. All they hear is backpacks rumbling. That's so disrespectful.
That's annoying. Yeah. What was it? You're taking biology this semester?
Yes, I'm taking
biology. Who's your professor?
Oat.
Ott. I had Dr. Vargas.
Well, I'm in Bio 2.
Bio 2? Oh,
or organismal biology.
Because you have to go deeper into it, right? I kind of did the surface level bio stuff.
I did that last semester at community college.
Yeah, I did it. I had Dr. Vargas, and she what did she do? She had like I think about $1 million to her name. Like she was because she basically what she did is she founded a company.
So was she a researcher or was she a professor?
She was professor. But she taught our class. I mean, she was a Tech State alumni. Mm-hmm. And then she founded a company basically where like they read your DNA and then they say, oh, this medication would be best for like certain situations. That's really cool. So like and it's it's kind of one of those things where they say like the best ideas are ones when you mention them people are like, oh, why doesn't that exist? So that's kind of one of those things like, oh, I can't believe we already don't do that.
Yeah, like
and so
what?
So she's made bank off that. And I remember like she always came in with like great outfits and stuff, and she flexed on this one kid so damn hard one day. She walked in, she said, hi class, how's everybody doing? And they were all like, yeah, good, whatever. And then she points to one of the kids in the front row, she goes, do you work at the Gucci outlet in at the Tinker Outlet malls? And he goes, no. He's like, are you sure? I thought I saw you there the other day when I was there. I was like, bitch. It's like, you can just say you went to Gucci.
We get it. You got money.
We know.
We understand you probably no longer have student debt. We got
it. Half the kids in here are like, I have $3. So and crippling debt, please.
I found money. I lost my student ID. And I was like, how much is this? And they're like $20.
$20 now?
Yes!
I thought it was like $5.
It's $5 if you damage it. It's $20 if you lose it. Yeah.
That's whack.
Yeah. I had $16 in my bank account.
Yeah, I think that's shitty.
Yeah, so
that's like the student ID is like key to the city kind of thing.
I gotta go to like Plato's Closet tomorrow and sell some clothes.
Oh jeez, maybe sell some of those bleached clothes.
Don't talk. Ooh, but no, I have some decent clothes that I don't wear, and like maybe somebody's like, cause like I have a bunch of dresses I don't wear because I lost a lot of weight over the past couple years. So like I brought clothes with me that are too big. Mm-hmm. Well, maybe someone who does wear that size needs a dress for an occasion. Maybe I can go sell those dresses.
Plato's Closet's weird, and they're really inconsistent with what they take and what they don't take.
Yeah, you have to find what's in... Like, you gotta think about... Because, like, I've sold to Play-Doh before.
Yeah.
I sold to them a couple times, actually. But you have to think about what's in season right now. What colors are coming up in season. So, like, with fall coming up, it's like the olive, the tan, the brown. Colors like that. But you also gotta think sweatshirts, They're not really looking for dresses. They're looking for like sweater dresses, t-shirt dresses, those weird scarf things that the white girls wear.
Like all the visco girls.
Oh, no, the scarves, the infinity scarves.
What do they look like?
They're like big wool circles, and then they twist
it's like
and they wear it as a scarf.
Yeah, it's like the winter like visco girl outfit kind of thing. Like
it's the white suburban mom outfit.
Oh yeah.
And then they have the person with the t-shirt dress. Hi guys.
The PSL season fit right there. Actually, I need to go one of these days to Plato's Closet because my girlfriend and I were thinking about doing like jean jackets.
Mm-hmm. Like any of them?
Kind of. We're gonna like order patches and stuff like online and kind of decorate them ourselves. Yeah, and so I'm looking for a good place to like because I don't want to buy like a new jean jacket for that.
You know, Forever 21, like when they have sales,
they're going out of business.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Ariana Grande is suing them. Yeah,
because they were like ripping her off big time.
I got it was just a sale at the time. It wasn't even like a Black Friday or anything. But I got a men's extra large jean jacket for $15.
$15?
And yeah, and I still have it. Damn. I have 2 jackets. The first one I spent like a good $30 on it. And then a couple weeks later they had a sale. I was like, what?
Because I definitely want to get a used one because I still need like a medium or like a large. Mm-hmm. But I want to like make this jacket kind of like a layer jacket, like the one I throw over a hoodie kind of thing. So like
a large or extra
So I need something at least where like the sleeves are like kind of worn out or worn in, I guess I should say. Where they're, I guess bigger to fit a hoodie sleeve. I don't know. But I definitely, that's one place I've considered because I usually go.
They have really good thrift. Like I saw there's a lot of like big thrift stores in San Antonio that I would like to go.
Here in San Marcos we have really good ones.
Really?
Yeah, we have Monkeys, which is just off the square, and then we have Vagabond, which is right next to it. Mm-hmm. They sell like vintage thrift too, so they have like.
But is it like overpriced thrift?
This is where I got this this Star Wars shirt, this Japanese Return of the Jedi.
Like if you go to Goodwill, you can get that for $2.
Yeah, but can you find this at Goodwill?
You probably can if you look hard enough.
I don't know, but this is like a Japanese Star Wars.
I mean, I like it. I told you earlier. I really like that jacket.
$7.
I really like it. I really like it.
Check out Vagabond. They're great too. Like, because it's run by like one guy. Oh. Like, he's always in there. Like he's. I don't know.
I need a job.
What?
I said, are they hiring? I need a job.
I mean, I don't know. They might. But I mean, it kind of depends. Because the way I'm thinking about it is...
Like family ran?
I mean, it's kind of a small store. Mm-hmm. And he probably just sits at the counter for most of it. I'm not sure how much you would actually do there. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I don't know. I know Monkeys probably. Because Monkeys usually has like a rotating
I actually really hate working in retail, so...
I prefer retail over food, honestly.
I like waitressing.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. My only experience with waitering was at a Evo dine-in. Have you ever been to Evo?
No.
It's kind of like a it's one of those like dine-in movie theaters.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, when you go to it, when you work there, it sucks. Like
Star Cinema Girl?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that same kind of thing. There's only like 3 locations in Texas. It's kind of a smaller chain. Mm-hmm. It's very okay. Mm-hmm. Like I enjoyed going there before I started working there. The theaters are really big. The food's pretty good. They have some really good teriyaki salmon for a movie theater.
Interesting.
Yeah.
The fact that you ordered salmon.
Well, I got a free like they did a thing where it's like whoever sells the most ices from like 6 to 8 o'clock gets a free meal kind of thing. So I did, and then I got some teriyaki salmon out of it because I was like, because it's expensive.
So like you didn't pay for it?
No.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense. You can be creative if you're not paying for it.
Yeah, so I was like, well, if I'm getting a free meal, I'm going to get the most expensive entree on the menu.
I was like, so fuck it, try it.
It was pretty good especially for like a movie theater. I mean, it's a scratch kitchen, so to speak. I mean, it's not like truly scratch, but it's still pretty good. Waiting there was rough. Definitely. It's definitely beat down on your ego. I'll say that. Mainly, I mean, any waiting job is, but especially because there was so much room for fuck ups at Evo because you have 10 different theaters. You have in like some theaters have like 200 seats. Other ones seat like 60. So I mean, you have a lot of people in there one time. Mm-hmm. And
so you didn't have individual, like, okay, you're assigned to this theater tonight. So.
That's how they used to do it, but during the summer we did like one team, one dream, which sucked because we'd all split our tips collectively.
Oh no, I would.
Yeah. Oh, it was because when you did like a theater or two, like maybe like we'd do like teams. Mm-hmm. So like team 1 would have like theater 1 and theater 10, and so like it'd be maybe like 2 or 3 people on that team. So like the 3 of us would split our tips from like 2 big theaters, and that was good. It usually comes out good. But when it's one gigantic team, it really bogs down like the overall giving a shit part, because if you don't have like people you take care of, like sometimes like especially when we had our own theaters, like I would help out where I could, but mainly I was concerned like I gotta take care of like my theater and people in there because they're gonna tip me directly. And like when I did that, I walked out with like $110 in tips that night.
You're about to
Great
be really
night from like one showing. But other nights, like they'd be like a rush night, like a Friday night. And sometimes if you worked like one rotation, you would walk out with like $40-$50 on like a 5 or 6 hour shift. And the really shitty thing they would do was this: they would overstaff waiters, and then they would understaff the food runners. And so what they would do is they would get all the waiters to help take orders during the rush, and then throughout like half of the first cycle, when food, especially like entrees, are coming out, they would basically make half the servers just go run food back and forth, because the servers would only make I think it was $2.13 an hour, whatever plus whatever tips.
So you only got like 56.
Yeah, and so the runners had to at least get paid $6.50 or something like that, like, and then they get 2% of the sales for that night. So it came out to minimum wage. But so
that's still minimum wage. That sucks. What are you going to do?
So what the servers basically, they bring the servers in. They can do more than a runner in terms of like getting orders or running food, and then they would cut us halfway through the thing, because if you stayed on, the more people you have on, the more people you have to dish out tips to, which hurts the collective tip pool. So basically there was pressure, especially if you're like asked to be cut. Like there was a tremendous pressure from like management and like the other servers to basically get you out of there. And sometimes I was okay with getting cut. I was like, yeah, I really didn't want to work tonight anyway. Like, but other times, like, it was kind of annoying, especially because I was like, I'm really kind of in the mood to like get this shmoney, and you're saying like go home now. It's kind of annoying.
Be so mad.
Yeah, it was not the best job in the world. Also, because like I said, there's so much room for error between like the 1,000 seats in the theater and 1,000 different orders. Sometimes stuff gets lost in the kitchen. Sometimes it gets run to the wrong spots, and they just leave the food there.
Ew.
So it just kind of sits out, which is gross.
And it gets cold.
It gets cold, and then if you do find the right seat, they're like, these french fries are cold. And then you have to go back to the kitchen, have them get remade, and you have to like personally take it there yourself, because at that point, like, they're pissed, and like your odds of a tip go way down. Yeah, so, and especially because it's a movie theater.
And like, you gotta be quiet too.
Like, excuse me, sir, are these your french fries? Like really quick, like you have to like walk up to them, like, and then like drop the plate really quickly on their like table thing, like, you know, you have to be crouched down while you're walking too, because so you don't get anybody's way. It was, and also management doesn't like you. The guests usually give you a hard time, like, so you're getting shit on like both ends from like so servers really on our own, because like
yeah, I'm good.
That was hard, but also part of me thinks if I can do that job, I can do like any other restaurant. Maybe not like Saltcrest Steakhouse, but like any other like Chili's. I could crush it at Chili's.
I used to work at a bar in like the neighboring town where I'm from, but it was a yeehaw bar.
Oh. So
full of Caucasians. It was decent, and like, especially like, I'm a pretty little light skinned girl. So it's all fun and games until like the 90-year-old men are super duper drunk, and they're like, just come talk to me for a little bit. Ooh. I got $5 one time. He paid me to talk to him.
Well,
all I had to do was talk to him. $5.
Did it get weird?
No, he was just asking what my plans were in life and told me how smart I was.
Hey.
Yeah, it wasn't terrible. But I used to work like Thursday and Friday nights were our big nights, and then Saturday, Sunday. But Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I would walk out with almost like $500 a night.
That's pretty good. $500.
Yeah. And like, especially if we had a band, because we had bands come in. Band nights, we had midget wrestling. Midget wrestling was probably
Midget wrestling?
Yes, I have a shirt. I got a shirt. It was $20, but then I made like $450 that night.
That's a good deal.
And it was like we had like our own sections of the arena, because they set up like a whole like wrestling arena.
I would make $400, $500 like a week.
Yeah, I made a good like, it's because like we only got like two weekend nights, and then like we had to work like a day shift or something like that.
Yeah, oh god. The thing about Evo too is like, because I came in just as Avengers Endgame was like getting done with theaters. So like I came in like around July. So like Endgame was just wrapping up. And so like, especially because sales got harder in the summer, because summer movies weren't great. I mean, like a lot of people came in for Lion King and stuff, but not a lot of people.
I didn't go to Lion King.
You didn't miss
we already know how it ends.
You didn't miss anything.
Did you see that tweet when the guy was like, if y'all ruined Lion King, sir, this movie was made in 1980s.
Yeah, and then we'd always like say shit, be like, man, I feel so bad for Simba, like his dad died again today. Like every time you're like, no, you know that. Oh god. And there were points too, especially like if for whatever reason I just get like scheduled for the same theater showing the same movie like repeatedly, I'd be sitting like kind of like in the
word for word
on the exit door like aisle, and I'd just be like lip syncing the scenes and stuff like that. Like especially because that's where if you wanted to hide at Evo, you would hide in the theater, kind of like in the back area, like where like the tables for the food and stuff are.
So you're saying you neglected your job?
No, I never neglected my job that much.
You just said you hid.
We had employees get high at work. I was not one of those employees, so you can't. For anybody who wants to give me shit for that, I did not get high on the job. So
at least you didn't do that.
Yeah,
I just hid in the movie theaters.
So all the servers, especially all like the veteran servers, like, oh, take me back to Endgame. Like they're like, because I mean they made bank. They walked out with.
I bet you they did.
300, 400 like a night, and so especially if you worked like a double shift, like you'd walk out like $600 on like a Saturday night.
That sounds great. I miss those days.
I mean, it was busy, but it was at least worth it. And the problem was, as summer kept going on, it would be busy, but the money you would get in tips was not worth how much shit you had to put up with. Mm-hmm. And that was my biggest thing. Like, kept saying, like, the juice is not worth the squeeze here. Mm-hmm. Because, and you get, like, really annoying customers, too. I had this one family that came to see Top Gun, you know, the 80s pilot movie. And I even changed my name tag to Iceman for it. Like, because I look like one of the characters in the movie. And some people like that, and they actually gave me a tip for it. That was really nice of them. But I had this one family, and it was really weird because the dad looked like a total fucking tool. Like, he was like probably in his late 30s, early 40s. He's balding for sure. And he's wearing like a tank top tucked into his jeans, and then like a Hawaiian shirt over it. And I was like, dress your age. But I wasn't gonna say anything. The wife and the daughters were like in like church clothes. It was really weird. They were odd. They were rude. Odd. They were rude as hell. They were so.
How do you be weird but rude? You pick one or the other.
Yeah, and the woman fucking shushed me when I was asking. Like, I was like reading her order back to her. And it was one of those things where like the trailer was really loud and there's like the gap between the trailers, and she fucking shushed me. I was like, bitch.
Excuse me.
Yeah, like I'm reading back your damn order.
You're gonna get cold teriyaki
because you were like, excuse me, sir, can I get an icy and a steak and some fries with that? Like and I was like, I could hardly hear her, so I want to make sure I get it right, because especially if you fuck up an order, especially for the back theaters, it takes a while to get to them. And I mean, if you mess up an order for any of those back theaters, you're fucked. Because you have to send it back in and you have to remake it, and it's gonna take even longer to get back to them. So it's important to get those theaters right. They were rude as hell, and they complained about the food and like fries. The fries were always cold. It's because like we made them in batches and we kind of kept it under a heat lamp. Kind of gross. But anyway, because I never like. Were the fries were always cold. They weren't good either. They weren't. No.
How are you gonna be cold and nasty?
Yeah. But so at the end of the thing, they rang up $117 tab. They got like they got appetizers, they got a meal, they got like extra drinks and shit, and then they got desserts. $117 between the four of them. Guess what kind of tip I got?
$5.
$0. They fucking stiffed me. I was so fucking pissed. I was like, I hope I never see them again. $0.
Wow.
Extra shitty. Yeah,
I think I've been tipped like 50 cents before, and someone wrote a review of me on the receipt.
Yeah, I've had that happen. I'm like,
huh?
She's like, I waited 30 minutes for my refill.
They gave me stars. They ranked me 3 stars.
Oh, I was like, fuck that.
I was like, he just ruined my whole day. Like, how are you
0 stars on Yelp.
2 stars on a receipt for Jennae. I was like, huh?
I had this one, like, she literally wrote a paragraph on the back of the thing. I just crumpled up, threw it in the trash. She stiffed it. I was like, whatever. But, I mean, there were good times, too. I liked working the bowling lanes. They had bowling lanes in the place. And so...
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, it was like bowling lanes, movies, and, like, an arcade. It was a cool place. Like, Evo was a really cool place to go. And so when you worked bowling lanes, it was more like a traditional waiter thing. Like, you had tables you took care of at the bowling lanes.
Yes.
And so, like, I really liked that. And I got
is there a bowling alley out here?
Yeah, there's one I know of for sure, and it's sketchy as hell.
Like, but is it cheap?
Yes, it's very cheap.
All right, let's go bowling.
bowling is a lot of fun. But so I would take care of these families, stuff like that. I actually got to talk to them, and there were times where like I just hit off really good with one of these moms.
We love moms.
Who thought, who thought I must have been cute or something, or oh, my kid goes to Texas State. I'm like, oh well, ain't that just something,
Yeah. Oh, my kid majors in so and so.
Yeah.
Oh.
So do I. Wow, look at that. I'm just like you. Like your kid. You tip your kid, right? You want to tip me? Please?
Remember, I'm a Texas State student.
Please?
You know I'm in debt.
Texas State is relatively affordable, though.
It is. Actually, my classes, like, I can tell you now, last semester, I paid for my own classes because I had some stuff messed up with my FAFSA.
Yeah.
So I worked at that bar, like I said. I ended up selling my truck. So I sold my truck. I worked at the bar. And then, like, around finals, I didn't have a job or anything. But I was able to pay everything. But it's only $2,115.
That's pretty good.
And that's, like, I took 18 credits.
Yeah, I mean, that's for what you're getting out of it. That's
especially with it being community college. And, like, I passed all my classes, kept a really high GPA, and I was okay with it. Come here, it's only like $5,000. I was like, wow.
Actually, speaking of Texas State, have you seen the recent article that came out about the university? Of course, if you know, it's a Texas Tribune article or anything in the press about Texas State. Obviously, it's probably not good.
The last thing I saw was that kid getting ran over by the train.
Not that one. It was the basically we were found in, we admitted to being in violation of the Clearly Act. Oh. Yeah, where we've been underreporting crime rates for the past like 3 or 4 years.
And most of that stuff is like sexual
assault.
Yeah, it's like
because they go to mitigation instead of actually reporting the crime. So campus safety, they're always like, here at Texas State, our number one concern is your safety.
Liar.
Bullshit. Yeah.
You lie!
But I mean, I think if you really kind of kept the pulse on the area, crime has been on the rise these past 2 or 3 years in San Marcos.
Yes.
And mainly it's because I think it's how fast we've been growing and shit. We had like 2 homicides over the summer at Bobcat Village.
I heard that the kid got stabbed in the parking lot.
Don't go to Bobcat Village. I'm telling you right now. Any of you listening?
I went there. I got lost there. That's what it was. I didn't even, I took this kid to his car. Mm-hmm. But he parked at Bobcat, but he lives at Tower. I was like, oh, stupid.
Yeah.
But Tower's right there. So it was 5 minutes. And I was like, you know what? I don't mind taking you to your car. Because it was football. It was football game and they needed to move their cars.
Pull out the gun or some shit.
Bro, when I tell you those, why are those dorms so sketchy?
Dude, it is. I'm telling you, any of you San Martians listening right now, do not go to Bobcat Village.
Do not go to Bobcat.
Don't go to Bobcat Village. It's rough.
It was so late at night, and I promise you, I just saw people standing.
Yeah, they just stand.
They just stand because not like they're doing anything, and it's individual people standing. No, they're not in a group. I was like, oh my god! Once my friend got out the car, I locked the car. I was like, nope, no. And plus, sex trafficking is so high, and
especially 35 or I-35 is the sex trafficking.
I'm coming from Houston.
Yeah.
Houston. You know how much sex traffic? Houston is one of the largest cities for sex trafficking.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
Yes, I have. I went to the Galleria once, and I was with my friend. And I got scared and because I saw this guy leaning over me with his phone, taking pictures of me.
Ooh.
From the top of my head down. He was I don't think he was trying to get my breast area, but I think he was trying to because I was wearing a charm bracelet and a ring, and with sex traffickers they try to establish certain people. Mm-hmm. Let's say somebody's wearing pink sunglasses or they have them on their head. Hey, that's the girl we're looking for.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna die today. My friend was ordering food. She turned around and she saw and she's like, Jennae, come over here. I was like, okay. I was just like, oh my goodness, I'm going to die today. I'm gonna get kidnapped. It was so bad. It was terrifying.
Actually, one thing one of my colleagues and I, Pat Blanchard, he's one of the other senators for student government, and we were looking at kind of ways to improve campus safety, and tasers is an option. That'd be a little expensive, but one thing we're looking at, they do it at UT. It's called the Sure Ride program. Mm-hmm. So basically, it's a partnership with Lyft and their Department of Transportation and Parking or some shit, and basically every month students get free Lyft credits. So through the university, you get 3 free Lyft rides a month.
Even if it's
No matter the hours. So actually,
like what if
it's from 11 p.m. to 4 a.m. is when they do that.
So like let's say like we go to like one of the parties here, we can order.
It has to be. Well, I don't know how we're gonna do it here, but because we kind of like left that part open ended because we want to see what
everything's like right there.
University
though, so.
thinks. Yeah, with UT Austin, like it has to be for the ride to be free, it has to be from a spot on campus to either like a campus approved like living residence area, like an apartment complex,
like the student apartments.
or like a student dorm.
Okay,
but still, like especially in Austin, like it's a big city. Like imagine like walking alone at like 2 a.m.
No, I have my class. We've talked about my class getting out at 11 o'clock. When the first time I went to my class, I like freaked out because like none of my roommates were home, and I was like, okay, I don't know how I'm gonna like. I don't mind walking to my class; it's not that bad. Walking home at 11 o'clock at night. I was terrified, so I ended up driving, and then I called my grandma. My mom wasn't answering. I called my grandma, told her what was happening. She's like, why didn't you tell me you needed a parking pass beforehand? I was like, because I don't. I live on campus, basically. Yeah. She's like, you're not walking home at 11 o'clock at night.
Well, one program they already do have here at TXST is called Bobcat Bobbies, where basically, like, it's through University Police Department, and they're like these little golf carts, basically, and they have it's like student operated, but essentially like I forget, I think it's through one of the apps or something like that. I don't use it, but basically like you text them like, oh hey, I'm outside of like Centennial, can you come pick me up? And it's like a free little golf cart ride to like your apartment or something like that. So it's kind of like the Sure Ride program already, but the thing is,
it's
like,
only on campus.
And the thing too is I can't go on like the roads. Like you can go on like campus streets and stuff like that. But
so like we would be fine since we live like right here.
Yeah, you can definitely do that. But like for students who live across 35,
yeah, like
that's not going to work. And the shuttles stop running at 10 p.m.
The shuttles stop?
Yeah, they stop at 10 p.m. They go from I think 7 a.m. to 10 p.m.
I didn't know that. So that sucks. I thought they had like one shuttle that goes 24 hours or something. I didn't know.
Nope. So that's what we're proposing, the Sure Ride like kind of program here. We've been in contact with UT's Department of Transportation and stuff like that.
So like figure out how they were
and it's very weird having to like write emails like an adult.
Like I'm a grown up today.
Greetings, I'm a senator here at Texas State. My colleague and I, Pat Blanchard, were interested in your Sure Ride program.
My colleague.
Please take me seriously.
I would highly appreciate it, or I might cry.
Please.
We're trying to do good things here.
Yeah.
Texas State's not known for good things.
Please.
Like let us.
Please help me.
Please.
It's just an email to UT. Please.
Please. Please what?
Sorry, okay? Please.
Sir?
Please. Just call the guy like, hey, come pick this kid up.
You just keep saying please.
Texas State student government. We'll get to the solution no matter what. And we'll have the competition saying things like, how did you get into my office? And where are your clothes?
Please.
Please. That's how you make it work.
Look, you have to. You gotta do what you gotta do. But I think that's a good idea, to be honest, because I had read this story on like, it wasn't even a story. It was like some kids post on Twitter, and somebody like, this girl went to a party with this dude. They stole her stuff. Like they stole her backpack. Like they ended up leaving her at the party, and basically she had no way of like getting in contact with anybody because she didn't have her keys, she didn't have her wallet. I think her phone was dead. Like, and like this is a freshman girl. Like obviously as a freshman you're like, what the hell is going on? I don't know what's going on with my life today.
Yeah.
Oh, how did I end up at this party? I have no clue. And you're still lying to your parents at the time what you were really doing, so it's just not like she can call her mom and be like, hey, I was just left at this party. No, your parents think you're at home. They want to believe.
Well, speaking of getting left at places, do you want to talk about your experience in Austin?
Austin was terrible. I'm never going to Austin again. Like,
we went to 6th Street, right?
Yeah, we went to 6th Street. It was my roommate's birthday. Like, mind you, everything was accidental, but it still really, really sucked.
Yeah.
So we went to one of the 18 Up clubs. It was my first club in Austin. First off, it was terrible. Why are you going to have Houston music? And every time it says Houston or H-Town, they stop it, scream Austin or A-Town,
really?
And continue with the yes.
Holy shit, that's kind of trashy.
So you already know, like I'm over here getting into the music, and like H-Town is A-Town. Hold up, what did you just say?
I think you meant to say H.
No, me and this other girl, she was from Houston too. We were singing the Houston verse. I was like, yeah, I like you. We're friends. I don't remember her name. She was still great though. Basically, my main friend had left, the one who invited me out with her, and she was like, hey, I'm gonna be right back. I was like, okay, you're gonna be right back? She was like, yeah. I was like, because mind you, I don't know these people. Mm-hmm. These are her friends. Yeah. I was like, okay. I was like, it's about clubs close around 2. I was like still chilling. She probably left maybe like 1:20. Mm-hmm. And come 1:50 comes around, and like they're playing a song that we were all singing along to. I turned to the other girls like, hey, after this song, do you want to leave 10 minutes before the club closes? Just on the fact that we can miss all the traffic and get to back to the car safely, blah, 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 blah. And like, yeah, that's fine. After the song ended, some guy had grabbed my waist. Oh. And he was trying to talk to me. So like I pushed his hand off of me. I was like, don't touch me. And he was like, why are you acting like that? I was like, you just touched me without my permission. What do you mean? Mm-hmm. He's like, I'm just trying to get your number. I was like, well, you're not getting it. And so I got called a bitch. Because I didn't want to give my number out.
That's what you gotta do. That's what you gotta do sometimes.
Who just touches people? Like, I don't know, man. I didn't really like it. Turn back around. Girls were gone. Oh, God. And, like, I was still with my friend's cousin. I was like, hey, man, let's go. Let's head out. And he said something about, like, he wanted to stay until the club closed. But we both realized that the girls were gone. So I thought he was right behind me when we were leaving the club. Mm. I get out the club. I turn around and homeboy is gone. Girls are gone. I don't have my keys because one of my roommate's friend, my roommate's other cousin, they have a shared birthday, went to the car because she left her ID in the car. So I don't have my car keys. My car keys have a rape whistle and pepper spray. Mm-hmm. I was like, I'm in the middle of Austin with no protection. I have a cell phone. So I called my friend Taomi. We talked on the phone. I was like, he was gone. Mm-hmm. He was completely gone. He had no idea what was going on. I was like, just stay on the phone with me. Yeah. He was like, okay. I was like, oh, wow, okay. Because, like, mind you, I was the DD. Yeah. I drove there. Mm-hmm. Completely sober. And lost in Austin. Yeah. Wow.
Austin's a hard city to drive around, too.
Exactly. Yeah. And so, like, my roommate's not picking up. I called her twice. She wasn't picking up. So I called my friend. I was like, just stay on the phone with me. And he was like, why? Because, like, there are people, like, walking towards me, but it was a group of guys. Mm-hmm. I'm 5'1". Yeah. I could get picked up and carried off if they really wanted to. I always told my mom I would just go limp if someone tried to kidnap me. Yeah. But obviously, if they pick me up and just keep walking, I don't think me going limp is going to end anything. So I'm on the phone with my friend. And I'm walking back towards where we came from the car. And I turned the corner, and I hear the group of girls behind me screaming my name. And like, where were you? Da-da-da-da. I was like, hold up. Yeah. Y'all left me. And I was like, okay, and like, I was like, okay, we're going this way. And like, they're like, no, because they were with a group of more guys from my roommate is friends with. And they were like, no, it's this way. And I was like, okay, I would rather walk with a group than walk by myself, even though I knew where I was going. Mm-hmm. They were wrong. So we're walking. They finally, my roommate finally called me back. She's like, hey, just follow my location, which was what I was doing to begin with. Actually, I had pinned the location on my phone. Mm-hmm. And my car is also synced to my phone, so I can just follow.
That's a really helpful thing to do.
Honestly. Yeah. It's so great. But basically, I was following my car's location originally. Then I just started following my roommate's location when she's like, hey, just follow my location. Mm-hmm. So apparently she was still at the car. So we were walking, and one of the guys got into it. It was really bad.
Means like a fight or what?
He got cursed out.
Oh.
And he deserved it.
For what?
No regrets. He had yelled at me. And like, I was already upset that I got left in the club, so I'm already mad. Yeah. I'm not the one. Yeah. Put it this way. I try to look on the positive side of everything. Mm-hmm. I try my best to be a nice person because I am a high believer in karma. Yeah. So what happens, if you put good into the world, you get good back. Yeah. And so that's really a practice I try to keep. Mm-hmm. Nah. Yeah. It was 2:00 in the morning. My feet hurt. And he said the wrong thing.
Put some bad karma out there?
Yeah, he deserved it. I have no regrets about it. And I was already mad. And so him and I got into it. I was like, well, all right, I'm going to keep walking. So I kept walking because we got into it. I was like, I'm not the one you need to leave me alone. And then like his friends were like, all right, chill. Because he was getting really disrespectful. Yeah. But I'm going to admit, I was very disrespectful as well. But there's only certain things. He went above and beyond just things you don't say.
Yeah.
And there are certain things that you don't say ever. And he did that.
Yeah, that's rough.
So I'm still walking with this girl, walking towards the car, because I was like, y'all, she told me to follow her location this way. Mm-hmm. So I think another one of her friends, we saw the parking garage. And so I'd stopped to take off my heels because I was getting a blister on the back of my foot. Mm-hmm. They walk off without me. Again.
Jesus.
So I look up, they're gone. I was like, again? And it was really, here we go again. You know that meme? Yeah, that's what it was.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Yes, that one. And so we're walking. Oh, I'm walking because they're gone. I find the parking garage. I go into the wrong way of the parking garage, so I can't find my car. Oh, but you want to know what's outside the parking garage when I get there?
What?
A fire truck.
Like
a fire
chilling,
truck.
Or was it like something on fire?
No. Apparently, my keys were locked in my trunk, and they called the fire department.
They called the fire department?
So there was a freaking fire truck.
Jesus.
And I promise you, because no one told me anything. I went past the fire department because they're loading back in their car. They're about to leave. Mm-hmm. This guy was just mugging me. Like, he just knew it was my car. He knew. I was like, I don't understand why you're being... Like, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. Maybe he's tired. No, he knew. He knew it was my car. He just knew. Because, they have to scan the license plate. Oh, and apparently what they did was very illegal, and they were not supposed to break into my car without me there. Mm. Even though if they were like, oh, we scanned the license plate, we matched the name. Like, if she sat there and gave them my name, they can scan my license plate to make sure it's registered to me. Yeah. And that also brings, a picture up of my ID and, that register sticker. That's what it does. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was illegal that they broke into my car without me being there. Yikes. So, Austin is now Jennae. It's no longer Austin. It's Jennae Town. But I get to my car, and, I'm already pissed. I'm extremely pissed. And we get there, and she's like, Jennae, I need to tell you something. I was like, what? And, mind you, all the people that just left me behind get in their car and drive off. Mm-hmm. I was like, what? And she's like, so-and-so locked your keys in the trunk. I was like, oh my God. What? And she's like, it's okay. We saw it. We fixed the problem. Da-da-da-da. I was like, you locked my keys in the trunk of my car and basically did not tell me. That's why she left the club to go solve the problem. She's like, we'll be right back. Never came back. Fire department was at my car, breaking into my car. Shit. In a parking garage in the middle of Austin.
2 a.m.
So, never going to Austin again.
Yeah. DDs go through a lot. Not all heroes wear capes. I've DD'd many a time. One of the worst experiences I had was when we went down to San Antonio. Some of my friends were throwing a party. It's actually a really good party. I bet you it was. Sometimes being the DD is not... It's kind of funny what drunk people do. Yeah, shout out Jaron Plummer. He threw that party. I know he listens, so shout out Jaron. That was a fucking rager. They rented out this house basically, in San Antonio. It was a nice 2-story house. Like Airbnb? They Airbnb'd it, yeah. Okay. Yeah. And so it was a really fun party, and it was they did live performances and stuff like that. Some their Malik performed. He's been on the show before. And it was a lot of fun. I know Malik. Malik Carter? I think so. Light skin? Yes. So he goes here, correct? He's a DJ? Or no? He doesn't go here. He did. Never mind. Yeah. Wrong person. Okay. I tried. Yeah. Well, either way, it was a really fun party. It was really good seeing my friends, and I was DDing, and the girls I went with got way too drunk, and I was even saying drunk girls are the best. I was like, hey guys, maybe cool down the Jello shots. We're gonna leave here in 30 minutes. They're like, oh, we're fine. Then shut up, mom. I was like, okay. And then one of them got sick in the backyard, and I was like, okay. Shut up, mom. And I was like, okay. And so we finally got everybody gathered, and I was kind of tired at this point because I remember it was the same day as Galardia Fest is a music concert thing we do every spring. I did that. I was out in the sun all day, really hot, just tired. And I was I didn't sleep well the night before either, so I was already really tired. And I was like, okay. And I'm a social introvert is the way I kind of describe it, where I like people, but I have a battery, and my battery was on. My battery was on 0 at this point, and so I had the party was fun, I could see friends, but I was like, okay, I'm tired, I'm ready to go home. I want to go home. Come on, girls, let's go. So we got in the car, and they were so damn loud the entire ride. It's about a 40-minute drive up to San Marcos from San Antonio. Mm-hmm. And so they were like, I'm hungry. Let's get food. Yeah, let's get food. And so I'm like,
McDonald's.
Okay, McDonald's. We pull up to this McDonald's. It's fucking closed. I didn't know that was possible, but it was closed. And I was like, so we went up another 2 exits to the next McDonald's. Ate there. The food took forever for whatever reason. And I was like, I just want to go home. I was like clicking my heels because like, there's no place like home. There's no place like home. I was like, I just want to go home. Got some chicken nuggets. It was cool. I couldn't eat though because I was just trying to drive me home. And then there was a car accident up in New Braunfels.
Oh my goodness.
And so it was a pretty bad car accident. Actually, I didn't like run into it, but I really wasn't paying attention. And I just like, and then I saw somebody in the street like waving. I was like, oh shit. And they're directing traffic around like the accident happened like the left lane.
Wow, they didn't have their phones or anything?
Well, they were, but like it was like it just happened.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I was going to pull over and offer help, but I was also really tired and like
unless you have like
3 or 4 other people were like already there. So I'm like, they got it handled. But one of the girls saw a shoe. Like it was like I think it was an Air Force One or something like just on the ground. And
like
for whatever reason, her mind jumped to they're dead. And so she just starts like wailing and cries, like, oh my God. She's like just screams like, ah. And so she's crying and screaming. And I'm like driving and I'm like, I'm about to snap. And then some of the other girls like, so half of the car starts crying with her and the other half starts laughing that she's actually crying. And it's so loud. I literally pull over in a Lowe's parking lot. I get out of the car and I sit down for a minute. I'm just like, I need to breathe. Like I'm getting a migraine. I was like, I'm getting an actual migraine from this drive.
You're sleep deprived. You didn't eat well. You did not sleep.
I was like,
and you got screaming.
So I literally sat down and I just like sat in the quiet. I was like, okay. And then eventually they noticed like, hey, maybe we should like be quiet, you know.
You think?
Yeah. And so like they got back in the car and like, oh, sorry. I was like, it's fine. I was like, it's just like, put it back and drive. Go back home. I got my cold soggy chicken nuggets out. I ate those and I fell asleep. That was a rough night, but that DDing is a fucking struggle, especially at parties when you're trying to like wrangle people up and stuff.
Would you like to tell your guests how we met? Because I feel like that you talking about how you were about to pull over, and like that was my first thought when I was like, why didn't you just pull over? Mm-hmm. So that's on you. Like that's up to you if you want to tell them, because
you tell them.
When I got kicked out my junior year of high school, I moved to San Antonio. Cleveland is one of the only people I still talk to. From Clemens High School. I still hated that place so much. But Cleveland made it better. I think we had like, 2-3 classes together?
We definitely had AP Psych together.
We had AP Psych and we had Medical Terminology. No. You just came into that class a lot with Mr. Ray.
Yeah, I just talked to Ray a lot.
Yeah, I remember Mr. Ray was like, no, just come here again. Yeah. Be in the radiology club. I was like, Mr. Ray, I want to go home. I miss my mom. Yeah. And I realized he was a smart dude. I like smart people.
Ray's a really cool guy.
I follow him on Instagram.
Yeah.
He likes my photos from time to time. I was like, Mr. Ray!
Ray's I remember he got super into Bitcoin, like my senior year of high school. The whole Bitcoin bubble with like...
still that's stuff, like people have tried to get me to put money into it. I was like...
Yeah, I mean...
I don't understand
he got off at the right time too. He got a lot of money out of it.
I bet you he did.
But there's a whole like 4 or 5 like interns and him that were like in this whole like investment club together. Mm-hmm. It was crazy, but
It's crazy.
Yeah.
My cousin, he's really into the trading currencies, and he's also really into stocks. So when he changes the currencies, he takes the money that he just built
and puts it back into stocks,
and he puts it into stocks. I'm just you're so smart.
You keep banking that stuff for a while. Eventually, you have enough for.
He said that because my cousin, he went to Stony Brook, which is a prestigious school in New York.
Yeah.
Like here's Ivy League's, here's Stony Brook, right underneath.
Yeah.
Ow. But he said that he had a roommate that basically signed up for many credit cards. Mm-hmm. Basically put himself like $10,000 in debt.
Started building credit?
No.
Oh.
He put all that money into stocks.
Okay.
Rebuilt like 3 times of his stocks, paid off the credit cards, and still had like $30,000 left over just from doing stocks.
Holy shit.
Yeah, but he said that his roommate it was his roommate at the time, it was his freshman roommate. He said the guy was so smart that he can pinpoint exactly when it was going to go high and when it was going to drop and what time. Like he said that
sounds like insider trading.
Yes, like it was like when he describes it, it's just like wow. But he was like, no, my roommate knew the exact day. He was like, September 21st at 10 a.m. You have to do this. And like my cousin did it, and he said that he sold his trade before like September 21st at 10 a.m.
Oh, shit.
and he got like $150 out of it. His roommate kept his and got like $12,000 for it and sold it at 10 a.m. on September 21st. And he said that his roommate knew months ahead of time exactly when to do it.
That sounds like insider trading.
And
I'm not sure that's high IQ. I think that's just like...
He just knew what he was doing. Like
corruption.
But like, you gotta think, he put himself into debt for like 4 or 5 years. With credit cards. And on top of that, he also has student loans. You got to think about that. So he's highly in debt. Joseph, my cousin's name is Joseph, said that by the time it's time, because my cousin is supposed to graduate this year, but he's not. But I'm thinking that dude should still be on track with his graduation rate. And that dude is probably getting out of school debt-free completely. From credit cards and school.
Jeez. Oh, the stock.
Just from stocks.
Stocks.
Wow.
Stonks.
Crazy.
All right. While we try to predict the latest stock trends, here's Buried to Lie by Commons. We'll be right back. Back with some time to answer some listener questions. The first one comes from Nick, actually my roommate. You met him earlier.
Okay, cool.
He asked, what's your go-to Whataburger order?
Okay, so don't judge me.
Okay.
I get the bacon avocado burger.
Bacon avocado burger, okay.
But with no bacon. Because I rarely eat red meat. So like when I go to Whataburger, it's like me like preparing myself for death for later. Yeah. So I get it no bacon and no bun, an extra avocado. And then I get onion rings instead of french fries with ranch.
I've never liked avocados, honestly. I don't get
I like the spiciness. Oh, you don't like avocados at all?
No.
Why are we talking right now?
It just like, it's the texture. It feels like...
So do you eat bananas?
Buttery. Yeah, I like bananas.
How do you like bananas but not avocado?
I don't know. I think it's part of this taste. It's just not my thing. I don't know. I try to like different foods and stuff, but I just can't get around to liking avocados.
like I think like majority of the foods I eat now is for like my health benefits. And like once I got really into nutrition and wellness and stuff like that, the foods that like I don't drink milk at all. I hate milk.
I've started cutting dairy out of my diet too.
You're gonna lose a lot of weight.
Yeah, I have been.
You like it's like wow.
I coming into when I left back or when I went back home for summer, I was 198 and I'm down to 177.
That's
now.
really good.
Yeah, and so just dieting and eating right. And
like
actually, well, also my job because how much I walked around.
Yeah, true.
Helped me, but I mean, just eating less also helps a lot. But I mean, there was a lot less dairy and stuff in the.
Yeah, less dairy. Like, I accidentally made myself lactose intolerant.
Oh no.
I used to be. I am a certified lifeguard, but like my first summer lifeguarding, cheese pizza.
Yep.
Because I have not ate red meat since my junior year of high school.
Really?
So like when I met you was when I stopped eaing red meat. So I don't eat pork and
Did I do that to you?
No, it was my dad. I'm sorry. It was another man in my life. I apologize. But I stopped eating red meat. So like I said, when I go to Whataburger, it's like, wow, I really want a burger. But I don't like carbs either.
Yeah.
So I don't get the bread. And then I get extra avocado because they have the nutritious fatty acids in it. Yeah. So and plus I really like avocado. So that's what I get.
Have you ever had the patty melt?
People have tried to get me to eat the patty melt. I don't like onions.
I don't like onions either.
Like I don't like onions, and it just seems to have a lot of onions.
It does, but they're like diced and carameled. It's better than like onion rings. No. Yeah, I
only eat onions if they're like I have to.
Yeah, if they're I don't know. Usually that's like the one thing I never ask for on my burgers is onion. With the exception of the patty melt. The patty melt is the only time I love onions.
No onion. No bread, no onion.
Patty melt is like the best thing, especially when you're... Of course, I as a student senator would never drink, but...
Hypothetically speaking.
But friends who have... Ne'er-do-wells who have drinking before and gotten drunk tell me it's a really good sandwich when you're drunk.
Is it like a hangover sandwich, have they
Not
said?
A hangover sandwich, but it's like after a long night of partying.
Delicious.
Yeah, like you just bury your face in patty melt.
I think they may... have something going there.
Yeah, it is an absolute move. Okay, the next one here is from Mia, and she says, "Dear Jennae, why are you such a snack?"
A snack. Wow, baby, I'm a meal.
There's
a difference. I'm a whole meal. I'm a snack that smiles back.
Goldfish. Do you like goldfish?
I don't.
Really? I don't. I've fallen out of love with them as I've gotten older.
I never liked them.
When I was younger, like especially like after swimming in the pool or something, I was like, these are the shit. But I've always loved Cheez-Its.
You know, yeah.
Cheez-Its are my
The white
jam.
Cheddar Cheez-Its are my favorite.
I could eat my own goddamn weight in Cheez-Its. Honest to God.
Have you tried it?
No.
Will you try it?
No. I'll die. You know how much sodium's in those things?
Look, I know CPR. I am certified.
You have to cut open my veins and like.
Okay, how about we
drain
try
out all
it?
the Cheez-It chunks.
How about we try it when I'm actually a doctor and I know what I'm doing?
I'll just be in like surgery.
I'll be
prep.
a trial. You'll be a trial.
We'll just be in surgery prep like so immediately whenever like I
no, you'll do it intentionally, but be by my hospital. So when they call 911, yeah, I'm the one who's there.
As long as you're paying for it, I don't care.
Look, we can do what is it? Pro bono?
Yeah, is that what it?
I think it's called a pro bono. I'm pretty sure it's pro bono.
I was host of prison. I should know these things. I don't know. But...
I'm pretty sure pro bono is like a free surgery.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the last one here is from another Twitter user. He's in a group chat I had, and I basically said, like, ask questions for Jennae. He goes by the name of Boobs.
Boobs?
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, and so he asks, if you had 24 hours left to live, what would you do?
I really don't like cruises. And I really don't like the ocean. Mm-hmm. So I think if like I had 24 hours, like I really have this thing with dark water. Mm-hmm. So like I don't know if we had this discussion before, but like I won't go into the San Marcos River because I'm scared.
The San Marcos River is like it's clear though. You
That's
can see the bottom.
That's what everybody keeps saying, but like no.
Yes, have you been down there?
Nope. I've been to the Guadalupe.
Well, I'll take you down there with friends. Like it's really nice. It's clear. You can actually see at the bottom of the river.
I did the Guadalupe River when I was younger, and my cousin decided to poop while we were.
That's gross.
It's a female cousin too.
Ugh.
Yeah, I was like, oh, good job. Yeah. And like the turd followed us.
That's why you float the river. Everything floats the river.
Everything was floating. And so, like, ever since then, plus there are, like, a lot of fish and, like, turtles in that water. Like, the Guadalupe is disgusting.
Yeah.
And so, like, I think that kind of initiated my fear. But then they started finding sharks in Galveston. Like, sharks in the shallow water. They have shallow water sharks. People were getting attacked by shallow water sharks.
Yeah, but we don't got sharks in the river.
Yeah, but you have snakes and fish.
Yeah, but they don't hang around that area. That's too populated. There's not enough grass.
Look, if I was a snake and I'm in the mood to attack somebody, I would go to the popular
Well, it's further down the river, though, because, like, there's actual, like, brush and trees. Like, there's concrete on both sides of the river here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting. Did not know that.
Yeah.
That's something.
I'll take you down there with some friends. I think you'd really like it. It's always 72 degrees. The water's always 72 degrees.
That's weird.
No matter what temperature is outside.
That's really weird.
Because it comes from underground, so.
I think I would be more concerned on why it's always 72 degrees.
It's really nice. Like, always. It's really nice. But anyway.
I would go on a cruise.
Going on a cruise?
I would go on a cruise to, like, get over the fear of, like, the Titanic. Or maybe that's how I can go out for real with 24 hours. Get
plastered.
I'd be like, okay, I'm going to sit here.
International waters, you can drink as much as you want.
Well, I also lived in Germany, so I could have drank as much as I want.
That too.
Ooh.
Actually, speaking of the river, I went to Don's Fish Camp the other weekend, 2 weekends ago. They're basically a company that does, like, floating. So, like, they basically they, like, tore up these school buses and they bus you down to, like, the other end of the river. You float back to basically where you started.
Is that why you were really sunburned that one weekend?
Maybe I did all right. I don't think
you were really red. I think
it probably wasn't that. It must have been, like, something else. But this time, and my friend, not me, Steve Land. My friend Steve, last name Land, first name Steve.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, my friend Steve Land, because I would never drink because I'm a senator in student government. I present upright behavior. Anyway, my friend Steve was floating with us, and so was my former roommate Garrett Watkins. And so there's these little islands kind of, like, along the river, like, where kind of the rocks and pebbles build up where you can stand on them. And those are called, like, shotgun islands. So we bring drinks with you shotgun. And so Steve, not me, and Garrett did a series best of 5 with shotgunning. We shotgun White Claw. I got fucked.
White Claw?
Yes, ain't no laws when you're drinking Claw.
Why would you do that?
It's a perfect river drink. It's really nice. It's refreshing.
It's so Caucasian.
Yeah, well, I am white, so I own this. But of course, I didn't drink the White Claws because
it wasn't you.
I don't drink underage.
It was Steve.
But yeah, I got my ass whooped like 3-0. That was probably, not me. Steve got his ass whooped. Steve Land, not Cleveland. And so by the end of it, Steve was very plastered, and I actually broke my rubber Birks I brought with me because, like, they have hills on the way back. You kind of like gotta walk down, and
Birks were made.
My feet were wet. Steve's feet were wet, and and so, like, Steve couldn't get a grip with the Birkenstocks, and so Steve's feet had to, like, curl, and they didn't really hold, and so, like, the straps broke on one of them. So I kind of like,
if you ain't crocking, you ain't rocking.
I need to get some Crocs, but they're so expensive.
But Birkenstocks aren't?
The rubber ones are like $30.
That's how much Crocs are.
No, they aren't. They're like way more.
They're like 35, 40.
Let me look this up.
It's like 40. It's like 35, 40.
If I'm getting yellow ones for sure.
Oh, I have yellow ones. We can be twins.
I'd love that. Yellow Crocs. Here. Let's see.
Like
40, the fuck?
Like $48?
30.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah.
That outlet must be just really overpriced then.
The outlets are supposed to be cheaper.
I can get them for $30 at Kohl's.
The outlets are supposed to be cheaper because they usually have.
It depends because, like, I'm looking. Academy's selling for $35. DSW is $40. Crocs.com is $30. Weird. I might get some yellow Crocs.
Do it.
Because nothing screams sex appeal like yellow Crocs.
Maybe that's why all the guys try to talk to me here, and I keep walking away.
Hey, baby, I saw your yellow Crocs.
I got yellow Crocs.
I saw those Crocs.
I told my friend, I was like, next thing I get you, I'm gonna get you some Lightning McQueen's Crocs. He's like, I'm a grown man. I was like, you act like you won't wear them. He said, you're absolutely right.
They have Shrek ones.
No,
but they're only in kid sizes. And I was really pissed. I want some Crocs. I wanted Crocs.
Yeah, he grown man wears a size 14 Lightning McQueen's Crocs.
Do they sell 14? But
I mean, I saw a girl get some, and she was probably like a size 7, but in women's. So
I mean, that's the difference. I don't know. We might have to go buy some Crocs tonight.
Look, let's do it. If I get this job tomorrow,
yeah,
I will have some sort of.
You're gonna be applying to the Nike outlet, right? Mm-hmm. Talking about employee discounts.
Yes.
They're hooking me up with that. Well, it's a weird thing because they're next to Champs, and so I think what they do is they have like an agreement where Champs basically just gets all the good Nike shoes, and Nike just sells all the apparel and stuff like that.
No, Nike has a bunch of shoes in the back.
Oh, they do, but they're all like trainers and running shoes. I mean,
they don't have like the nicer shoes, like the Jordans and the Air Maxes. No, they do have Air Maxes, but they're more like the plain black ones and the plain white ones. But like the more, I actually really enjoy Nike clothing. Just a heads up. But like the more like nicer shoes that you keep in a box versus wearing them out and around like trainers.
Like
Champs.
I think it's the other way around. I think Nike has all the trainers, and then
no, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like Nike has the trainers, and then like
and Champs has got like the
more
Jordans,
expensive shoes. Yes.
Speaking of, do you keep up with shoes at all? No. They came out with these, what are they called? Like Yeezy foam runners or something. The new like Yeezy shoes are coming out. Mm-hmm. They're essentially like Kanye West Crocs.
No way.
Through Adidas. Hold on, I'll pull up a picture on my phone right here real quick. They're like Yeezy foam runners or something. Hold on, Yeezy foam runner. Yeah, let's see.
Like, whose idea was it to make? Yeezy is coming out with a gospel album.
A what?
Kanye West is coming out with a gospel album.
Oh, Jesus Christ. $95 ain't bad.
For some Yeezys?
I mean, they're Yeezy foam runners, but yeah.
But they usually go for like $360.
They're like Crocs. I'm showing you now. These are fucking Crocs.
Those look ugly.
Yeah,
wow.
But so do Crocs.
Yes.
It's about who wears them.
Hey!
Kanye, I think Kanye is just doing this shit to be like, look, Adidas is going to sell anything I fucking draw.
That's really what it comes down to. Like,
I'm gonna draw some fucking Crocs, and they can't not
You
sell it.
remember the sweatshirts with all the holes in them, and people were buying them? Like,
no.
You don't remember the sweatshirts? Like the sweatshirts were
like the Yeezy like homeless line. Yes, that was really weird. I don't get the point of buying jeans with holes in them either. Personally,
I distrust my own jeans.
Yeah, I mean, like if they get a hole, they get a hole. But like buying them where they're already like all tattered up and shit.
I have some pairs, but I get them off of cheaper websites, so I don't spend the whole...
paying like top dollar for like up jeans is
I do like my we were talking earlier when I was like I really like how Levi's fit. Mm-hmm. I like Levi's, and there's another
Levi's does fit really good.
They fit really nicely, and plus my legs are short, so they kind of like the capris, like the short jeans.
Yeah.
They fit me perfectly, and I love that. And I like how they're tighter on the thighs, and then they like still hold on to my calves and my ankles. But another brand I like is Garage, and Garage is kind of expensive.
Huh.
They have they only have them in certain areas. I think like it's bigger areas, like they have some at the Galleria, like Houston Galleria. Apparently there's many galleries. I didn't know that. Yeah. And they had it at the mall by my house, but then like I came out here and they don't have one out here. So I was like, oh. But when they're on sale, they're like $20. So I always get them during like Black Friday, and plus I used to work there too.
Okay.
But the other day I was wearing my Garage jeans. Mind you, these are like $80 jeans. Mm-hmm. My toe got caught on the hole in my knee, and it ripped.
Oh, no.
And like the top of my jeans ripped, like it ripped up. So I took a pair of scissors, and I distressed them some more. I was like, fashion.
We gotta go shopping. Okay, we gotta get Crocs, new jeans, stuff like that. We gotta do a shopping day one of these weekends.
And my employee discount if I get
and the employee
job
discount. Yes, best of luck on that. Well, I think we've got enough here.
I think so.
I think this is a really good episode. I really enjoyed this.
I also have a paper to write.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Let's get down to that.
I have a class tomorrow, guys. It's 12:30.
All right. Well, yeah. Thank you so much for coming on tonight. It was been a lot of fun having you on.
I had a great night tonight. Thank you so much for having me.
All right. Be sure to follow us on Twitter @SanMoShow if you want San more, and I'll see you in the next one.